And our third main topic today gets sent in to us from Ben Elman, who writes, "Hey, John and crew. I just read an article from comicbook.com saying that Rian Johnson recently confirmed to Entertainment Tonight that he's still working on his Star Wars trilogy with Lucasfilm. Is this all just a cover-up to keep the focus on the Rise of Skywalker like Ben Affleck with Batman before Justice League, or do you think he's really working on it still? I'm at the point where I'll believe it when I see it. Thanks, and may the Force be with you." All right, thanks a lot for sending that in, man. And yes, on to Entertainment Tonight. Now, you guys remember this. They announced, 72 years ago, that Rian Johnson got his own trilogy. He's going to do his own trilogy of films, right? And then we heard nothing, and then we heard nothing. And then there was the whole divisiveness with The Last Jedi with amongst. I like the film. Not everybody does, though. It's a very divisive film. And then nothing. Then we hear all these Star Wars release dates, and then we find out that none of those release dates are his movies. They're actually the Benioff and Weiss and maybe others, but they're not his movies. So that kind of put us in a situation, well, they've announced he's doing a trilogy, but it's not going to come out for 7 years? That made no sense. And I started to hear whispers, and I started to just feel with my own fan speculation, I don't think this Rian Johnson thing is happening. And I was very clear about that. That number one, I'm not saying it's not happening because I don't have insider information telling me one way or the other, but I am telling you that I don't believe he's going to do it. And I don't think it makes sense for him. I don't see any reason why Rian Johnson would want to do another Star Wars movie, considering what he's gone through here. And from a Disney point of view, I don't see why, from a Disney business point of view, why they would want to make him do it. That's just my thought. Anyway, this all kind of came to a head, and we talked about this a couple weeks ago, but a couple weeks ago, Rian Johnson made the following comment that seemed to make it pretty clear what was going on. Rian Johnson, now this is a few weeks ago, he said this. When asked if he's still going to do his Star Wars movies, he said this: "Well, we'll see." We'll see? Not yes. Not, yeah, I'm working on it. Are you still doing your Star Wars movies? And he said, we'll see. We'll see. That does not sound like he's doing more Star Wars movies. Anyway, I'm still talking to Lucasfilm, and they're figuring out what they're going to do, and we'll see what happens. But I'd be thrilled if it happens. If. We'll see, and if it happens. But I'd be thrilled if it happens, and I'm working on my own stuff too. That's what he said. Now, it's important to point out what he did not say in this statement is a definitive, I'm not doing the Star Wars movies anymore. He didn't say that. But you'd be forgiven if you took that as a little bit of an implied message of what he's saying. Hey, are you still, like, if you were to ask me, John, are you going to watch the Oscars this year? Because you guys know I love the Oscars, right? Are you going to watch the Oscars this year? I'm not going to say, we'll see. No, I am. It is a definitive thing. I am watching the Oscars this year. I mean, I'd be thrilled if I did watch the Oscars. No. I am watching the Oscars this year. Not, well, we'll see. And I'd be thrilled if we did. No. So what they're saying in the message, now what Rian Johnson has come out and said is, I believe, absolute damage control. And remember, I'm a Rian Johnson fan. I am a Rian Johnson fan. Remember this, okay? But I don't believe what he just said for a second, because he just came out and said the following. Did I say if? Oh God, no, I have no update at all, but I'm still working with Lucasfilm on it, and they're figuring out when they do what and everything. So now he's backtracking and saying, oh wait, did I say if? Oh wait, did I say if? Well, you did more than just say if. You did more than just say if. It wasn't like it was an accidental if. Like, I know we're just getting into semantics here, but look at the full statement that he said before. We'll see. I'm still talking to Lucasfilm. They're figuring out what they're going to do, what they're doing, and we'll see what happens. But I'd be thrilled if it happens, and I'm working on my own. It wasn't just the if, it's the whole sentence. Now, look, I've said this before. I will say it again. I believe what we are looking at here is absolutely a Ben Affleck leaving Batman situation. I believe that, you remember, we knew We knew years before they confirmed it that Ben Affleck was out. Okay? We knew that years in advance. But Warner Brothers kept playing the PR game, and so did Ben Affleck. Ben Affleck played along. Ben Affleck got to Comic-Con and said, oh, those reports that I'm not Batman, I'm still Batman. It's awesome to be Batman. Woo, I get to be Batman. But it was all a lie. And I understood the lie because he's being professional. He's making sure to keep attention on Justice League. He was doing the right thing. I don't hold that against Ben Affleck, and I don't even hold it against Warner Brothers because that was the right move. Deny it because they still had Justice League coming out. They don't want to make that the story. And I'm fine with that. But it was all big lies because they're trying to keep the attention on a certain thing. I personally believe, and again, let me fully disclose it. This is just me and my own fan speculation, okay? Just be clear about that. I believe that is the exact same situation here. I believe Rian Johnson is not going to direct a new Star Wars movie. I think his own words have kind of revealed that. I think it makes no sense for him as an individual to come back and do another Star Wars movie. And I don't think it makes any sense for Disney for him. Now, I wouldn't mind seeing another Star Wars movie from Rian Johnson. I like what he did with The Last Jedi. I had some issues with it, but I like what he did with The Last Jedi. However, that doesn't take away, it doesn't matter what I liked. It was a very divisive film. And it caused a lot of controversy with a lot of people, right or wrong, and fairly or unfairly. But it did. And so I just don't see there being any point to that. So yeah, I am 100% in the camp right now that this is a situation where they're just playing PR cover right now. I really do. I think him coming out and making that new statement he just did at Entertainment Tonight, he's saying, oh, wait, did I say if? Silly me. No. And notice he also didn't come out and say, no, look, let me tell you and your readers right now. Let's look at his statement again. His statement wasn't, wait a minute. Oh, I said if. He didn't come out and then say, let me tell you and your Entertainment Tonight viewers definitively, I am doing new Star Wars movies. Let's be clear about that. I am doing new Star Wars. Nah. He did a little bit of cover, didn't lie too much. So look, is there a possibility here that Rian Johnson could still actually be doing a Star Wars trilogy? Absolutely, there's that possibility. And I'd totally be open to it. I just don't think it's true, and I think this is just damage control at this point, and I think they're going to try to keep everything as close to the vest until well after Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker comes out. And sometime within 6 months after The Rise of Skywalker has been in and out of theaters, then they'll come you already know what the press release is going to be. Oh, Rian Johnson now has some scheduling conflicts. And now he can't do, now he can't do our Star Wars movies because of scheduling. You know that's what's coming, right? And I don't blame them. I'm not blaming them at all for it. But you know that's what's coming. So anyway, that's my thoughts on that. Guys, what do you think about these statements and stuff like that? Do you think, no, you know what? I legitimately think he is still going to do these movies, even if they're 7 or 8 years from now. Or do you think more like me? You know what? I know, I just don't feel it. I think that everything's pointing towards the fact that he's not doing it anymore. What do you guys think? Jump down to the comment section below and let me know your thoughts. All right.